Hey guys, if you're new here, hi, I'm Lauren. I'm Lauren Miller. I am 19 years old. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a political science major, theater minor. If you're into zodiacs, I'm a Sagittarius. If you're into Enneagrams, I'm a 3. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Whoa, English. If you're not new here, welcome back. I've been gone for like 2 months. Maybe it's been less than that. Maybe it's like 4 weeks. Anyway, too long. I needed a break, and that's what today's about. Needing a necessary break, taking time away to do what you want to do, what you need to do. And in my case, like, I was burnt out. I was done. I was tired. Mood swings. I needed a little break from every and anybody, everybody, and everything. You know how we get down. Top 3 music choices of the week. My Stupid Heart, the kid version by Walk Off the Earth and Illuminati Sons. The live album Expect the Impossible from Forest City. Y'all know I rock with them. And I probably have to go with Ty Tribbett's live album too in Orlando. That thing was just nasty. There are others, Chandler and Brandon Lake drops some new music with Elevation Worship and all that's really good as well. But yeah, I love it, but we can't always let them be number one. So those are my top 3 hits. Like I said, I have been gone. I have been not podcasting for a little bit, for the whole month of May, I think. I finished my freshman year of college. I ended with 3.75. A little under my goal. I wanted to end with 3.8, but I am confident that I'll be able to reach my goals next semester now that I know what works and what doesn't work, and I can go in with a better strategy now that I've actually completed 2 semesters. I'm starting to prep my prep list. I know that sounds fun. I'm trying to prep the prep list for law school. For those of you who don't know, I'm majoring in political science, but I want to go to law school. So, preparing for the LSAT, and where I want to go, how much are we looking at, and if I would love, my goal is to intern at a law firm one of these years, and for them to want me to come work at their law firm, and so they sponsor my law school. I really do believe that's going to happen for me, because I'm not paying for school. I'm not paying to, gain knowledge and education. I just don't believe in that. I don't believe in going in debt for school, any of that. By the grace of God and by my really hardworking parents, I've been able to not go in debt my freshman year of college, so that's really exciting. Next semester, this upcoming semester, fall 2023, I'm going to be an RA. So if you go to Georgia State, what's good? I'm a little anxious for that, but I think it's the right move for me. I think it's the right move for my family, and I'm just hoping nothing but love, success, and fun with that. But back to what we're talking about today, needing a break. I excel in school, but school is not fun to me. So most people don't need a break from things that they love to do. If you love, going to the beach, and you have the opportunity to go to a beach for a week, you might not necessarily need a break from going to the beach if that's something that you enjoy doing. However, when you add other factors into it, like, it may damage your hair, or it may damage your skin, or the process of sandbagging everywhere and trying to get the sand out of everything, when you add all those factors into it, then maybe you'll have to cut back, because anything in excess is bad. Overdoing anything is bad. But, at its baby raw state, that's not that on the surface, that doesn't look like something that you would have to need a break from. I think that applies for me in school. I'm going to do great. I'm going to go to class. I'm going to excel. I'm going to be in the clubs. I'm going to have a great resume and all of that. And people are so proud of you, and I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the texts. I appreciate all the posts and all that. School is draining for me, and I don't know if it's necessarily the learning aspect. I think a lot of it is the social aspect for me. I am not a social butterfly. I know how to, you know, be outgoing, all that, because my parents' jobs require them to do that. And so I kind of just picked up on, like, the trick, if you will. But in my most natural state, I'm not outgoing. I'm not very talkative. Like, I'm chilling. Probably won't even notice I'm in the room. Like, that's more my vibe, like unfiltered, unchanged. But I know how to be, outgoing and speak and all that kind of stuff. But again, in my most natural state, I am not that. So that's pretty funny. So with that being said, I think that part of college, the talking to the professors, the emailing the professors, the having to have suite mates, in this case, having to have residents, walking to the lobby, I think all of that stuff is the stuff that makes college challenging for me. My ability to get information and regurgitate it on a test or write a paper and all that kind of stuff, I got you on that. But, having to wake up and if you've been here for a while, I've talked about it. If you're new here, I'll fill you in. My whole life, I've been really big on sensory, like, issues. I didn't really know. I didn't have language for it. I didn't really understand it. My family didn't understand it. So I was just a family weirdo. Like, as a little girl, I would not walk on my heels. I walked on my toes. And the doctor was like, there's nothing wrong with her foot. It's just, like, it has to be sensory. I hated the feeling of, the palm of my foot, the ball of my, not the palm. What is it called? Like the heel. Yeah, the heel of my foot touching the ground. I've always hated it. I never liked it. Even to this day, I wear really thick socks. I just didn't like it. And, because mental health is, it's getting more awareness, but it's still kind of taboo, especially in the African American community. My family didn't know how to help me. And so this past year, I was diagnosed as a highly sensitive person. And literally, I am the definition of it. Like, I meet all the criteria. Like, I'm the girl. I'm that girl. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, it put language to my entire life. Like, the way I feel overstimulated. Why do lights bother me? Like, if I'm driving and, like how people will turn on a light and most people aren't bothered by it. It's always bothered me when lights are on in the car. I never understood why. Or certain sounds, smacking, or just little stuff that you don't really think about unless you have to struggle with it, like I did. And so, smells, things like that the normal person doesn't think about is my everyday struggle. And so with that being said, walking to if you're in college, you have dining halls or cafes. So walking to the dining hall, if the floor is sticky, like all of that, I have to literally mentally prepare myself to go into that dining hall. All those people, all the noise. It's a lot for me. Thankfully, I have family who, like, they buy me groceries and things like that. So I try to live off those groceries as much as possible. But sometimes I do have to go to the dining hall because, I don't have a pantry in my room. It's a bedroom, not a pantry, not a kitchen. So, and in my particular dorm room, I do not have a kitchen. So I have a bedroom, like an entrance, and a bathroom. That's it. So that also adds to, because if I had a kitchen, I would just cook for myself. But I don't have a kitchen, and so that part of it can get pretty stressful. And so I just needed a break. I needed a break from people. I needed a break from the pod. I needed a break from everything. My family, they're trying to help me on this journey of putting myself first above other people. I'm not really good at it. They want me to do something for myself that makes me happy every day. And I think it's caused me to realize that a lot of my happiness comes from other people and not necessarily from myself, which I don't think is a bad thing to have or to do. But when it's too much and you can't make your own self happy, I think that's when it turns bad. I think I'm at that point where it's like, if I'm not helping somebody else, if I'm not seeing somebody else smile, if I'm not contributing to somebody else's happiness, then do I even have happiness? And it's been interesting for me. So a a couple of days this week, I've realized that I enjoy walking in the morning in my neighborhood before everybody gets up and before, the construction people. My mom bought a brand new house 2021, the end of 2021. We moved in right before Thanksgiving, and they keep expanding the neighborhood. So the construction guys come out at about 7 a.m. And so I realized if I go outside about 6:30, I can do my little walk and all that and be back in the house by 7, out of their way. And I enjoy it. It's like I can think, I can breathe. Not a lot going on, and so that's something that I've discovered about myself. But I think had I not taken a break, and had they not pushed me to say, okay, what do you do for yourself? What do you like to do for yourself? I wouldn't have even realized that I like that. I've always been the girl. I don't like heat. I was born and raised in Georgia. I do not like heat. It's hot here. It's called Hotlanta for a reason. It's really hot. The sun is always out. And I also don't like bugs. I'm like insects. I just don't like nature. And so I told myself, walking in the morning, I wouldn't like that since I don't like bugs or the heat. But I really enjoy it. Before the sun comes out, I get to wake up with the sky, the sun as I call it. And it's lots of fun. I think I would have missed out on the opportunity had I not taken a break. And so I urge all of y'all, take a break, whether it's from social media, that toxic friend, that significant other, that partner, that crush, that job. Now, here's the thing. Some things you can't take a break from. Like, you can't take a break from hygiene. You can't take a break from work. But you can dial it back, and you can rearrange your priorities in order to better promote your mental health. So I can't not show up to work. I cannot take a shower. What I can do is say, you know what, if this job is the source of my stress, I can look for another job in the meantime, or I'm going to do something before work that makes me really happy. That way I've had my good time for the day. Or I'm going to do something happy after work. That way I'm having a good day every day. And so I'm grateful for my family for pushing me on this journey. I put other people before myself. I think I got a little baby people pleaser in me deep down. I love to see the people that I love happy. I love to see the people that I love good and taken care of and okay. And I think those are all positive things, but they just have to be in the right spot on Lauren's personal priority list. And when other people become higher on your priority list than you are, and they saw that and they're helping me correct it. It's not fun because it's autopilot. It's easy for me to care about other people. That's not a challenge for me. But to make sure that I ensure my happiness for the day, that takes a little more thought. I know how to make everybody else happy. But when the thought becomes, okay, but how do you make Lauren happy? That's when it gets a little challenging. And so you may need a break. Even sometimes like TV. I love reality TV. But sometimes the drama, I just can't do it. Or sometimes I have to take a break from the news. The news weighs heavy on me. Like, I have to see these negative stories back to back to back to back to back. Or even like sometimes pop music, or not really pop music, but like more like hip hop music, or things that promote violence, or like, bashing women, or just things that are like meaningless lyrics. Sometimes it doesn't have to even be bad. It's just meaningless. Sometimes you gotta take a break. Sometimes I will only listen to Christian music for the week. Sometimes I will only listen to sermons and podcasts for the week. Only you know what your soul and what your mental health is begging for and needs to be successful. Only you know that. Only I know what I need. And I think it's almost like a contradiction, because it feels like sometimes you don't know what you need, but I'm the only one that can dig inside and I'm the only one that feels fulfilled when that need is met. So somebody else can help you, but they don't feel the joy. They don't feel what you feel, because it's your mind, it's your life, it's your mental health. Which is why you have to do the work. It'd be easy if other people can do it. You got to do the work. sometimes that work is taking a break, pulling away. I don't always like doing it, especially in college. I've always been different. I know that. I kind of understand that space, but sometimes it's not fun being different. Sometimes it's not fun needing a break. Sometimes it's not fun the one that needs to go home and decompress. Sometimes it's not fun, but only I know the feeling I get when I do get to decompress. Only I know the feeling when I do get to take an exhale and relax. Only I know that feeling. And so I had to take ownership of that moment, of that day, of that opportunity, whatever it is, and put myself first. I just needed a break. I have 6 more years of school left before I even touch my career. And so I don't want to burn out. I don't want to be in a race to compete and get caught up in the rat race of trying to be productive and not effective. Because you could be productive and not effective. I want to be productive and effective. And for me, that was realizing I need a break. I don't want to do this. I don't feel like making a flyer to go with this. I don't feel like talking to this mic. That's where I was. And that's okay. I got to spend time with my family. I got to go to sleep. Go out a couple times. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I needed. That's what I wanted. I didn't know I wanted it until I had people around me to kind of point out, you kind of need to focus on yourself. And so, and that just feeds into you needing people in your circle who care about you. Because in all actuality, it kind of could benefit the people around me to allow me to put them first. It could. So have people who love you enough to point out your flaws and be open enough to take their criticism. So you're not always right. You don't always have the answer. And if there's a problem that keeps rising up, and you're the only common denominator, it's probably you. Now, you may need a break, and that's okay. We are promoting breaks all 2023. You need a break? Stop. You need a breather? Take it. I want to live a life where I'm effective. I don't want to just be caught everywhere on the scene, yada, yada, yada. I want to be effective. When I'm in the room, I want to be present. When I'm speaking, I want what I'm saying to be important. I want there to be truth spoken when I speak. I want there to be an impact made when I'm around. And so I think quantity over quality is what makes people burn out. That's what made me feel like, I'm tired of everything. But when you put quality over quantity, you'll be good. And what I mean by that is, before we wrap up, what I mean by that is quality over quantity. Maybe that's the amount of times you go out. Maybe that's the amount of scenes that you don't always have to be the one that's out and on the scene. Let when they see you, you look good, you smell good. And that may only be once a week. If you're like me, once a month. Whatever it is, quality over quantity. If that's in school, I'd much rather you not be in a million clubs. I'd much rather you take time and be in 2 or be in 1 and do it right. Students, I know some parents are going to disagree. It's okay for one time a semester you decide it's better for your mental health to sleep in that day. Choose the quality of your mental health over making it to these classes, especially if you're not going to learn anything on that particular day. Quality over quantity. Take a break if you need one. I needed a break. I'm back. I feel good. I'm excited about this next semester. I'm excited about this podcast. A lot of you like the college chats. I have so much to talk about. College is interesting. College is a whole new world. And so you guys are going to be in a lot of college content. Don't even worry about it. I'm planning and brainstorming now. But yeah, I needed a break. If you need a break, now it's time to take it. It's the summer. Most of us are out of school. Most of us are a month and a half out from school. Starting again, take some time. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. Maybe you're taking time is one day I'm going to sit in this bed and watch TV all day. Because that's what I want to do. And I'm going to choose my quality and my mental health over trying to be productive today. Maybe that's what you need. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. It's been great talking to y'all. I missed you guys. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Lauren Miller __. If you do, holla at me over there. I'm lit. I am lit on Instagram, honey. Lit. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.